Hi, welcome in everybody. Hope you're doing well. Thank you very much for joining, wherever you're joining from. We're broadcasting all over the place today. So wherever you're joining from, whether that's on X, YouTube, Facebook, Discord, because we always did on Discord. We used to be exclusive on Discord. Nowadays, we're also broadcasting everywhere else. But new for today is we're broadcasting on Abstract as well. So, loads of options, loads of different places that you can join us. Just a couple of little things to remember is that if you want to be in with a chance of winning an NFT in the draw, you'll normally want to join through the Discord because that's where we'll be giving away NFTs. Not doing that today, though. We're just doing a quick old drawing session today. So, if you hopefully you're not too bothered about winning an NFT today, we'll get back on with that next week. But for today, it's just a quick old nice easy drawing session to get us back into the swing of things. If you want to earn XP, I think you can earn XP by joining us on Abstract and watching through Abstract as well. I don't know what XP is, what you get for it, or how you earn it, but you can do it that way. Let's quickly say hello to my comrade Joff. Hi, Joff. Are you there? And can you hear me?
Good evening. I can hear you, although I do have headphone issues right now. So I'm currently, broadcasting to the house.
I'll run the show for a little while. One of the things we did look at, actually, one of the things I looked at today was should we rename Doodle on Discord? Because we're not doing exclusively on Discord anymore, should we change the name of the show? And ChatGPT suggested we call it the Joff and Korp Show, which I'm not absolutely against. I kind of like the Joff and Korp Show. I think it gives you no idea of what to expect in the show, which is probably the kind of bar we want to set for anything that we do together. So, if you are new, if you're this first time in, essentially what we're going to be doing here is a weekly drawing session on Wednesdays about this time. We might mix it up a little bit to get for our global audience, but about this time on a Wednesday, we'll do a little bit of drawing together. All you'll need is a Sharpie, which I've just realised I haven't got any Sharpies. All you need is a Sharpie, a fine line, or a pencil, bit of paper. We'll do that. Then normally what we'll do at the end of that is we'd all go and we'll do Joff will whip out his wheel of losers. We'll spin the wheel. Everyone on the Discord gets an entry. And we'd give away whitelist. We'd give away NFTs. We'd do some sort of crypto giveaway. But yeah, thank you very much for joining. Just one thing before we actually start. So first of all, hi Mika. Thanks for joining. Mika's on YouTube. Appreciate you joining. If you are wherever you're from, just let me know what your name is, where you're from, where you're watching from, because it always blows my mind to find that we've got people from different parts of the world joining in. Hi Adrian. Adrian's joining on Facebook. Thanks for joining in, mate. Volts is already tipped on Abstract. That's the other thing you can do as well. And me and Joff haven't had a proper discussion about how we're going to share our tips on Abstract, but we'll figure
50-50,
something.
Isn't it?
Yeah, I think 50-50. I think everything just goes back into Dog's kitty, and then we'll have a little fight about it afterwards. But yeah, 50-50. That sounds fair to me because I don't fancy my chances in a fist fight with you. Yuri, thank you very much. Yuri's just tipped 10 Pingu as well, and Volts has tipped Pingu. Thank you. I really appreciate you guys doing that. That's very kind of you. Should we get started? Oh, yeah, before we do get started, can you do me a favour and just wherever you're watching from, no kind of advertising spend that we have will work as well as you recommending us to your friends. So tell your friends to tell their friends about what we're doing here. So you can do that just by sharing, by liking, by commenting, all the usual things that work on social media. But even if you've only got a small following, it really doesn't matter. It means a lot to us that you'll take our content and share it out with everybody you know. So please go and do that. I'd really appreciate it. Adrian's from NC. Anybody know what NC means? I'm going to guess that's some sort of state in America.
North Carolina?
North Carolina, that could be it. Yeah, let's go with that one.
We've also got Knox in Canada, Nova Scotia.
Knox is joining us on Discord. Hey, Knox. I've just seen Volts in Discord. Volts on Discord and on Abstract. Good for you,
That's just
mate.
greedy, isn't it?
That's the kind of commitment we need. Earning XP and potentially with winning an NFT if we were doing a giveaway today, which we're not. Who else is in? Let me just quickly say hello to a few others. Adrian says, yeah, it is North Carolina. Thanks for joining from North Carolina. Appreciate that, mate. Natalie Beavers. Hi, Natalie. How are you? Corp Academy. Oh, it's Natalie. Okay, I know that is now. Hi, Natalie. Thanks for joining me. Hopefully, I've made it nice and easy by broadcasting to Facebook as well for you to be able to share and get a few more friends in. That'd be awesome. Colleen's in on Discord. Colleen, C-Stitch, Crypto Girl. Hey, Crypto Girl, part of the Corp Dogs team. Tracy, Tash P, and Callus. I don't get to see who's watching on Abstract. I don't even know how you share and let people know about what's going on Abstract. But do what you can here. Volts, I didn't know you was in Brazil. Man, that's just really surprised me, that has. What a beautiful country. My wife went there a few years back and went to the big old Jesus thing. Jesus on a mountain. I'm sure it's got a proper name. But yeah, she went there, had a really nice time. Apart from a couple of little ghettos that she was told to avoid, it was a beautiful country. But thank you for joining from Brazil. Really appreciate them. Christ the Redeemer, that's the one. Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm so ignorant in your culture, but I shall remember that now. Okay, let's get on with it. Let's do some drawing. Like I say, we're just going to do a quick drawing session today, just for a bit of fun, just for a bit of a chill out time. If it is in the morning, wherever you're watching from, if it's morning for you, I was told the other day that the first 10 minutes of your morning set the tone for the rest of the day. So rather than watching, someone having a fight on Twitter, why not join in with us, do a little bit of drawing, listen to some nice music, do some like feel good stuff for that first 10 minutes of your day, because it sets the tone for the rest of the day. And I genuinely believe that. Not generally, I genuinely believe that, because when you're listening to a bit of music first thing in the morning, it kind of sticks with you all day. I think that's the thing. So join with us if it's first thing in the morning for you, and just grab a pen. If you're sitting in bed, grab a pen and let's do it, shall we? These are the materials you're going to need today. Let's switch over. These are the materials. Sharpie. A piece of paper first, A4 piece of paper, stolen paper from work out the photocopier, always works a lot better. So try and get that if you can. There's a whole thing about, for street artists, if they steal the spray cans, the artwork's a lot better, a lot more legit. So let's do the same kind of thing with our paper and our stationery. If you can steal it from work, you're winning. One piece of paper. Thanks again, Volts. Appreciate that, mate. Breezy's in, stopping to show some love. Thank you, Breezy. Appreciate that. Go and grab yourself a Sharpie. Let's go and do this. It's going to be nice and easy. You're going to need a Sharpie as your main pen for today's session. I don't know why I'm showing you on that camera. Let me show you on that camera. We're going to need a Sharpie as our main pen for today's session. You may also need a fine liner. I'm using like a 0.1 Unipin fine liner, so just some sort of thin pen. Anytime I do some drawings on Doodle on Discord, a fat pen and a thin pen combo is really what you need, okay? 9 times out of 10, we don't need a pencil, but today we are going to use a pencil. Pencils are generally for losers. They're not. Pencils hold us back with the way we use them in the Corp Dogs creative community. So we don't use pencils too much, just for a few little guidelines. But on saying that, grab yourself a pencil and let's put in some guidelines, okay? Thanks, Cats Fanatic. I appreciate that, mate. another bunch of Pengu dropped in. Are we ready to draw? Everybody ready to draw? Are we all in? All good, all set. Grab your pencil. It's the month of love, isn't it? So we're going to draw a heart, and we're going to draw a Hattie Stewart style heart. So we've got some really, she's one of my favourite artists. She's got some really interesting ways of drawing, like pupils and things like that. It's a nice, easy drawing to do, but it seems relevant. So whatever drawing you're doing, and of course we'll muck it up at the end. We'll give it that Korp Academy twist. We'll make it look a little bit more gruesome because, cute is boring. Right, let's go and draw in. First thing you're going to do, draw in a nice big heart shape. Now, I'm going in quite heavy-handed with my pencil so that you can see it. I will zoom in a little bit more. I can't zoom in too much. Sorry, that's as close as I can get. But I'm going heavy-handed with my pencil just so that you can see it. But when you're drawing your pencil lines, just go nice and light so that you can see it. Have we done that? Let's go and throw in a sausage shape. We're going to stick in a happy sausage, okay? So for today's session, not touching the edge, just kind of nestled down in the bottom part of the heart. Nice big happy sausage. A happy sausage is a sausage shape, but it's curled up on both ends as if it was a smile, a nice happy smile. Yeah? That's what you're going for. So go and throw in that happy sausage shape. And yet, at some stage, let me know, what is your preferred platform for watching on? Do you prefer watching on X? Is it better on Abstract? You enjoying being in the Discord? I think in the Discord, there's a bit more of a chat going on. Tasha's had to drop because the kids are awake. Kids,
Of course, if you're in Discord, you can also share your progress.
In Discord, you can share your progress. On all the other platforms, even on Abstract, you can't share your progress. You're just going to have to tell me it's going well. But yeah, we want to see your photos at the end of the session anyway. Right, has everybody got that heart in? You got the heart in, you got the happy sausage in, yeah? Okay, let's go and that's all you're going to need your pencil for. Just those few little guidelines. Where we're going to start off next. So here's what we're going to do. Here's the order. 6 steps. I don't know why I held up 4 fingers. 6 steps for today's session. Eyes, mouth, boils, veins, head, drip. Okay? Nice and easy. So let's go and do those eyes first. Grab your Sharpie and we're going to do a little double-ended flick off. It's a little floater. It's going to sit just above. You see this curve for the mouth? It's going to sit just above there. That's a shocker of a pen. We'll use that. It's a bit of a fat end, but just above there, look. Now, it's called a double-ended flick off because you want to try and get a thin tapered end on either end of the pen. If you can't get that thin tapered end, just kind of do dots and dashes like mine. It looks like somebody's been playing darts with my Sharpie. It's that round at the end, so it's going to be difficult for me to flick off. So I'll do the best I can. That's your starting line. It's called a floater as well. Knox, welcome to Abstract. Knox has dropped Discord and he's in Abstract, got his own name on there as well. First live stream. Appreciate me being your first live stream watching on Abstract. I think Abstract is going to be a real nice platform because they're going to update it and they're going to tweak it to make it even better for us as we give them feedback. Right, everybody got that cheekbone in. This is a little cheekbone. Let's go and put in a great big eye now. Nice and big. Keep it inside. Keep it inside that pencil line. Obviously, that's what you want. But nice and big like that. Let's double line it. One of my main strategies for enjoying your drawing is to double line everything you do. So go and double line it as well. Making the lines twice as wonky, not twice as fat. And remember how we're doing this side because we're going to do exactly the same on the other side. Okay, so you need to commit it to memory. Shall we do? Let's do the typical Hattie Stewart style eyes because they've got like an interesting little reflection in them. So what we'll do is right in the middle of there, we're going to do a V shape on its side. Now you might want me to draw this next 2 lines before you figure out where this V shape's going to go. So don't panic if you haven't done that V shape yet. Next 2 lines is we're going to start at the bottom. We're going to go from there to the bottom. Go to the other side of the V shape all the way around and back to the bottom again. So you see how we've got that nice big kind of like that reflection out that pupil. That's a pupil. We're going to colour that in black in a minute. Let's go, and at the top of that, we're going to do like an F shape, like a capital F. It's going to be facing the wrong way, but it's still a capital F. Just here, look. It's a capital F shape, but essentially it's just going to give you two little boxes across the top there. Once you've got that in, we can colour the rest of the pupil in black. I should point out as well that, the whole point of Doodle on Discord is that I don't want to take up 2 hours of your time. I'm not into artwork. Well, I am into artwork that takes, 6 hours to draw. But when it comes to broadcasting and streaming, I like artwork that is kind of started and finished really, really quickly. Doodle on Discord is always designed to have artwork that you can start and finish within about half an hour, 20 minutes, half an hour. But we usually chill out a little bit. So, we'll normally be on here for about 40 minutes in total. There you go. We've got our first eye in. We like that, yeah. Let's go and put in some eyelashes. Now, these eyelashes, you want to have these straddling, coming out of the eye here and going over the pencil line. So straddling this pencil line like this. It's like a little teardrop kind of shape. Do a couple of those. Colour them in. Let's do another one. My pen is getting so worn out. I don't think it's going to last a session. There you go. So you remember, that's how you do one eye. Nice and easy. Let's go and do the same on the other side. Just mirror it. Copy and paste the pupil. Everything else is going to be mirrored. So kind of flipped over, okay? So remember where we started with that little floater of a line, that double-ended flick off, just going across the top of the mouth. Then we go for that great big sausage shape sticking out, and we double line that great big sausage shape to make it twice as wonky. Inside that, we go for that V shape. Remember, we're copying and pasting the pupil, so the V shape's going to be on the same side, so just there. Once you've got that V shape in, then finish off the rest of that pupil. So one line coming down to the cheekbone, the other line jumping up top, going all the way around, yeah? Easy. Up the top of that V shape, just above that V shape, that's where we're going to do that capital F to put those two little boxes in, those extra reflections that you get in the pupil. Then we're going to colour that pupil in black. If you're falling behind, the colouring sections are the sections where you want to start trying to catch up. Because this pupil, you can colour it in any time. It doesn't matter if it's not coloured in now. You can colour it in any time. So now use this opportunity as a chance to catch up. One of the things we didn't really think about with Doodle on Discord is that if you're taking part, it's always quite difficult for you to share, for you to like, all that kind of stuff. So I appreciate that every now and then we just need to take a little break, hit the heart button, hit the thumbs up, whatever you're doing, share our stuff around. Mika says YouTube is easy on Windows. Yeah, I imagine it is. I mean, that's your go-to for like streaming and broadcasting videos, isn't it? Christopher Danger Tucker, awesome name. Love it. Thank you very much. Glad you like that. Where it's going so far, we're kind of getting there. Let's go and put some eyelashes in on the other side. Are you joining in, Christopher? Let me know if you're joining in. I always like it when people get involved. My favourite thing, and I didn't realise how much I loved this until I started doing it, but my favourite thing is taking people that say, oh no, I can't draw. Taking people that say they can't draw and showing them actually it's dead easy to draw. Hitting the like button in abstract as well. That's going to help us quite a lot to kind of go a little bit further up the recommended list. Same with commenting. Little micro, micro donations, micro tips. I think they help as well. So try those out. But yeah, definitely like, because that's costing nobody anything. But yeah, I love showing people how to draw. Also, I love showing people that, the kind of drawing I'm doing isn't really for kids. I had somebody the other day. What they said to me was, and they said it on, they posted one of my pictures, a version they'd done of my drawing on Threads, and then I responded to it saying, well done, really nice drawing. It's quite a standard kind of response, just me being polite and pleasant. But then she said she put another post out the following day saying that it made her day that this young artist this young artist from had taken the time to respond to them whilst doing children's workshops, even though she's just an old lady that likes drawing. And I'm like, well, okay, there's two things there. One is I'm not a young artist. I'm definitely not a young artist. The other is, most of my students, and I'm guessing most of the people watching here, are actually adults. I'm going to say like 80-90% of my students are adults. People in the Korp Academy are adults. So, yeah, this kind of stuff, it's cartoony, it's easy, but that doesn't mean it's for kids. It's for everybody. So, yeah, thank you, OXEE105FC6. Get into your profile, change your name if you can, because you've just tipped me 10 Pingu, and I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. But yeah, give yourself a real name so I don't have to read out your wallet address every time you tip. Where are we now? So we've done the eyes. Let's get onto the mouth. Okay, let me think. 1, 2, 3 lines for the mouth, and then just throw in as many teeth as you want. This is what I love. Showing you how easy it is. Just with 3 lines, we're going to have the whole mouth and a great big tongue lolloping out, all sorted. Okay. Mika says yes, you are, but I'm not sure what you mean. Do you mean yes, I am young? If that's what you mean, that's awesome. Thank you very much. The lady said I had young hands. I don't know if I've got young hands. They've just never really worked hard in my life, so maybe that's what it is. I send them out one by one. A few years, I'll be a millionaire. Yeah, that's the plan, Volts. Yeah, we're in it for the long haul. But yeah, if I promise you, if me and Joff make it as millionaires, everybody's going to make it. There's going to be so much money around. We're going to pay loads of artists and do loads of good stuff with that money. I don't think we will though. Thanks, Mika. Appreciate that, mate. But I'm pushing 50. That is the reality of it. I am pushing 50. That's as close as you're getting. Right. 3 lines. Let's get back onto the drawing. 3 lines to draw this mouth, because I can tell people are getting bored. What we're going to do is come from the back of the mouth here. 1 line is just going to flick off down the bottom there. Then we're going to go back on that line. We're going to do the same line again, but this time we're going to go all the way around, and we're going to come back into the happy sausage with a little flick to the right. Okay, so starting there, look. All the way around, back into the happy sausage, little flick to the right. Just on the inside of the pencil line is what you want. Let's double line all of that. Flick it off. If you can't flick off, dot and dash it. Double line it all. We can put some little drips on the bottom of that tongue later if we want. So there's 1. That's 2 lines, yeah? 3rd line is finish off the rest of the happy sausage. Don't go through the tongue. Start here, go all the way around, and stop when you get to there. I tell you, the one thing we will do when we get our Korp dogs listed and we make a bit of money from it, the one thing I will do, I promise you, I'll buy myself some new Sharpies, so that I haven't got to go desperate with this Sharpie that's running out. Now let's get into the mouth. So you remember I said 3 lines for the mouth. We've done the whole mouth. We've done a big old tongue and the whole mouth just using 3 lines. The bit that now is over to you is how you make the teeth look. You can go do whatever you want to do with the teeth. My suggestion is, the bigger that you draw the teeth, the less colouring in you'll have to do. So if you don't dig colouring in, do some nice big massive teeth. Yeah. If you enjoy colouring in, yeah, do some smaller teeth. It's absolutely fine. Maybe just do 2 teeth. 1 tooth over that side, 1 tooth over that side. It's totally up to you. But we're only going to do the top set of teeth, and I'm going to start in the middle to make them symmetrical. Start in the middle, work your way out. Don't start on the side and go all the way through, because it's more difficult to make them symmetrical. Start in the middle there. I'm going to go for some massive teeth. Got 3 over that side. 1, 2, 3 over that side. You don't have to worry about double lining those teeth, because we're just going to colour all of this bit in. That's if my Sharpie lasts that long. Whilst we're doing this, if anybody's got any questions about Korp dogs, you've got any questions about drawing, then let me know. Don't forget, if you're a Korp dogs holder, just jump into the Discord. If there's a special place in the Discord, if you invested in us, where you can join the Korp Academy for free. I think there's a free entry. There's a free bit in the Korp Academy. Get the essential membership for free. There we go. So how are we doing? What we're doing here is we're just putting in our primary lines, just the important lines. So it's not meant to look very good yet. It's just meant to look okay for the time being. When we get on with our secondary lines, the thinner pen, adding all the extra little details, then it's going to really start to come alive. But for the time being, that's good. Right, that's stage 1 and 2 done. The next stage is going to be nice and easy because we're going to add in some boils. And then the stage after that is some veins. So watch this. Really like the way this next bit looks. Okay, let's go and put in some. Let's put in some veins first. Over on the side here, okay, parallel to the pencil line, we're going to put in a squashed capital C, like that. A squashed capital C. There's your first line, okay. At the top and at the bottom, we're just going to bring that line into the pencil line. Just bring it into the pencil line. So just top of there, look, bring it into the pencil line. Bottom there, bring it into the pencil line. Maybe a little flick over. But that's all it needs, lad. Just a capital C. And bring it in. Let's go and do another one over on the other side. So just remember you want the gap on the inside. Something like that. And we're just doing like bog standard, really basic ways of putting on little veins. I'm going to put one at the top as well. Remember, gap for the capital C on the inside. Double line it all, flick it off where you need to. Bring those lines into the pencil line like that. That's nice. Then let's chuck in a couple of boils. Now, boils are now more rounder capital C's, but this time they're going to straddle the pencil line. So over here, let's put in one there. Just a nice round capital C, double-ended flick off. Let's put a big one in there and a small one in there. I don't want to make this character too cute, so this is why we're adding on all these boils. Those of you that like a cute character, don't bother doing this bit. Yeah, there we go. What about, let's put one up here as well. See how that looks. Flick off where you can. If you're struggling to flick off, just dot and dash it. Okay. Boils and veins done. We're now on to the last bit, section 5, which is head and then drips. So essentially what we're going to do is we're going to go round that pencil line now. Round that pencil line, but you're going to go behind all the stuff that you've just drawn. Okay. So starting up here, get to that boil. Behind the boil, go through to the next one. The eyebrows, you can go straight through them because we coloured those in black. Get to that next boil. Stop, go past the boil into the vein. Stop, go past the vein, down into the tongue, yeah? That's the only reason we draw that pencil line, that heart-shaped pencil line in there, so that we can add all those other little features in. Let's double line that. Make it nice and wonky. We will throw a power line on it in a second, but for the time being, let's just double line it and then go around the other side. Double lining as you go along. Oh, that's a fat line there. Double lining as you go along, or you know, whatever you prefer, or just, you know, do it afterwards. There you go. There's a good example of why I double line. I just went a little bit too far over on that line, so I can just now double line that, make that a little bit thicker, and it kind of makes that disappear. Any kind of little mistakes. Thick wonky lines will help to hide any mistakes you make in the future. And if your brain knows that you're able to hide future mistakes, then you're going to be less stressed about drawing. You're going to enjoy the process of drawing. What do we say, Joff? We're going to call it the joy of doodling. We are considering that as one of the names. If anybody does have any other names for Doodle on Discord, because we're not exclusively on Discord anymore, we need a name for this show. It's a live drawing session, lesson, not session, a live drawing lesson and an NFT giveaway or crypto giveaway. So if anybody comes up with any names, let us know. I'm sure
that's not a live drawing lesson, is it?
We can do live. Any volunteers for a live drawing lesson? Joff, put your hand down. We can't be doing that. Hey Zoe, Zoe's watching in from Facebook. How you doing, mate? Yeah, of course it's going to be cute. We're doing a heart with a few anatomically correct elements to the heart. But yeah, thank you for joining in. Don't forget, if you are joining in, wherever you're joining in from, our preferred platform is Abstract. So head over to Abstract, abs.xyz. You can sign up there. It's nice. It's dead easy to sign up, and you can watch us through there. It means you can get involved in the chat a lot easier. But yeah, that is our preferred platform. So right, where are we going? Let's get back on with this. I'm going to move the camera down a little bit because there we go. We can see everything that we're doing. So right, we've got all our primary lines in. Go and grab your thin pen. We're going to go now and put some little details in. If you haven't got a thin pen, then just try and use a light touch with your fat pen. You might get away with it. But yeah, we're just going to go and put in some little tiny details in there. Volts, that's looking great, mate. Really love that. Joff, that's looking good as well. They are sharing their artwork in the Discord. Always nice to see what's going on in the Discord. Whoops. I've just managed to come out of the stage. Hopefully I'm still broadcasting there. Yeah. Anybody in the Discord, if the screen's not big enough, just double tap the screen. Or double click if you're using a mouse. Don't double tap your monitor. Right, let's go and thin pen. This is where we're going to add a few little details. So let's start with the eyes. We'll go through the whole process again. The same way as we did with the fat lines, just with some much thinner lines, just to add some extra little details. So I'm going to work through them really, really fast. Okay. First thing we're going to do around the eyes, let's add some extra little wrinkles. Maybe just there. Let's just flick a few little lines around. Maybe over here. Look. Just little tiny flicks coming out there. Tiny, tiny lines. I always like putting a little line going in that way as well. Look, just a little curve going off that way. Just makes our character look a little bit sad. Maybe in the eye we can just put in some little circles. If you're using your thin pen, that's what you want to do. Just gives it a little bit more texture in there. That's good. Let's go and do the same for the other eye. So we're going to put in these little wrinkles coming from the bottom here that end up in flicked off lines. That little line that points towards the center there. Look at the emotion. Look at the emotion that we're getting from the character just by putting those two little lines flicking in towards the center. A couple of little circles in the eye. My suggestion, whenever you're doing things like that, is to bunch them together. So do 1, 2, 3. All in the same kind of area. If you go for all the gaps, you're going to end up making it look like a pattern, like a polka dot pattern, and it kind of loses all its kind of realism. I'm aware that I said it's losing its realism when I'm drawing a heart with veins and a big tongue and teeth, and this is nothing like a realistic heart. I'm very aware of that, but you know what I mean. Okay, so we did the eyes. Let's go into the mouth now. So the first thing we'll do in the mouth, let's go and put in loads and loads of upside down U shapes for little taste buds. So just go like that. Loads of big and small shapes. Try and have it so that the taste buds, you see the angle of the taste buds just kind of moves round with the angle of the tongue as well. Put some down here, look. And again with the small, big, some right on the edge there. Just go and throw in a load of little taste buds in there. You could probably even throw in a little line, little shadow line. Look, not even sure if you can see that. Never mind. But throwing that shadow line, then what we're going to do is we're going to do just go crazy. Loads and loads of lines, all really close together, all the way through the teeth. What we're going to do is shade out those teeth, make them look a little bit darker, a little bit more yellowy, even though we're only using grayscale. But just little lines next to each other, just work your way across. One of the things I love is being able to draw without having many materials. So all you need is a couple of pens, a couple of black pens, and get all these different shades just from a couple of black pens. And One of those tricks is how to shade things in, how to get grayscale with pen. So you can see that's just a little bit darker now, those teeth. They're just sent back a little bit further. In fact, we can send it back even further just by thickening off that line across the top. Look, you thicken off that line, make it a bit fatter across there. See how it just makes it look like those teeth are even further back inside the mouth. That doesn't belong there. One last little thing that we're going to do in the mouth, just a little flick off around the corners of the mouth here. So look, just there, down the bottom, just there, little tiny triangles just kind of flicking out there. Let's do the same kind of thing on the other side. Just there, down there as well. Just try and keep them in line with your cheekbones as much as possible. How's that looking? That's looking all right. Awesome. What about a little bit of dribble? Let's go and put a little bit of dribble on the tongue as well. So you had some like taste buds. Let's go and put some little bits of dribble in there. Where do we go next? Let's go into the veins and things like that. Boobs. Thanks, boobs. I love the fact that this is the mentality of the Korp Academy and Korp Dogs, because that's perfect. Boobs has donated 69 pengu. Thanks, boobs. Appreciate that. I've now said boobs like 5 times on a live stream. Awesome. Thank you very much. Right, let's get into those veins. What we're going to do with those veins is we're going to put in, with our thin pen, we're going to put in another capital C shape. You remember we started with that capital C. We're going to do the same capital C. Just flip it over and go inside. So like this. Flip it over and go inside. And it just, hopefully what it looks like is then we're just kind of creating a little bit of a hole in that vein. So try it out on the other sides if you've got space. Remember, you want to put the gap. We've got a capital C, so it's got a hole. It's a shape like that. It's got a hole that you can get into. The capital C, the hole is the opposite way around. So try that on those. Awesome stuff. Then let's get into, we're going to put in some reflections, big reflections in our heart. Now, the way I like to do reflections is using a bubble writing exclamation mark. So let's try that, a bubble writing exclamation mark, okay? Now, just figure out where it's going to go on both sides. So I'm going to put one there and one just there. And here we go, look. Bubble writing exclamation mark. Let's do another one just there. And what that does is it just creates the effect of a reflection, like the light source is coming from this angle, hitting the character and coming off. Because we're not using like lighter coloured pens, that's how you create a reflection or make something look lighter and darker. Like on the even on these little boils, like just get into these boils, put a little bubble writing exclamation marks. Always on the same side, always on the left-hand side. Down on the right-hand side, you can put in just little lines that look like shadow lines. Look, just little lines like that. Beautiful. Right, let's finish off this character. One last thing to finish off is a power line. I really love a power line. If ever you get into the end of your artwork and you're thinking it just doesn't look right, throw on a power line. Power line normally just kind of finishes it all off. For me, what it does is it frames the drawing and says this is the artwork, and then everything outside of this power line is background. So what we're going to do, and I'll just do half a power line so you can see what I mean. I'm going to go pretty big. And the power line is just on the outside only. Just the outside only. So you're just going to thicken out this outside bit. This bit around where the eyelashes are, I'm not going to bother thickening out those eyelashes. I'm just going to go around the outside here. And you see like I'm going almost 3 pen widths. Just slowly going around, thickening out that outside line. Let's get down the bottom. It's going really thick there. Went a bit thicker than I wanted to, but that's not an issue. You can afford to have thicker lines down the bottom. Underneath characters, you can afford to have thicker lines because essentially when you're drawing a thicker line, what you're doing is you're adding in a shadow in that area. So anytime you put a thick line underneath the character, it's just going to look like you're making a big strong shadow in there. But there you go. Look, you can kind of see from there. Look at that. Look at that one side. That side for me looks a lot more finished with that power line on than that side, which just looks a little bit weak. So let's go and put in. And obviously, a power line is totally like a personal taste thing. Not everybody loves a power line. I do, and I'm all about kind of finding those little simple techniques that make your artwork just look a little bit better. So yeah, throwing a power line around our whole character, and then we're about 2 or 3 minutes away from finishing off. So yeah, as a reminder, we're not giving away any NFTs today. We will be back on form tomorrow. Not tomorrow. We'll be back on form next week with an NFT giveaway. We're not doing any giveaways today, but still share your artwork. Do it for the love of it. That's one thing I was always told. You know, you got to do things because you love doing it, not because of what you expect from it. Do it because you love drawing and you love the process of drawing. And definitely learn to love the process of drawing rather than the actual finished piece of artwork, because that is the important part. That half an hour or so that we've actually spent drawing, because I rabbited on for like 10 minutes to start off with, that half an hour or so of drawing, that's the bit you want to enjoy, not the finished result, just the process. Here we go. Right, let's finish this off then. I like to put in a few little bits around the outside, maybe put some spots on the inside. I'm going to stick my black pen. Ink splats are always a no-brainer for me. If I want to just fill the outside with something, I can't think of what to fill it with, I'll just put on some ink splats. So little things like that. We've got some veins coming out here, so let's go and put in some drips coming out the veins. Those of you that wanted to be like really clever could probably put in little reflections in the drips like that. So you're not actually drawing the reflection in, you're just leaving a bit of the paper blank to give you that drip. Hey Henry, thank you very much. Glad you're enjoying it. We've got a clapping pengu. For those of you that don't know, moderation policies don't let me say my own name in the chat. No way. But you can come up as, you can be your username, but you can't say your new username. Oh, there you go. Of course you can. I was going to say, I don't think we've got any moderation. I think they launched moderation on Abstract recently. Whether you want to test that out or not, I don't know. That could be risky. maybe it moderated the fact that you asked me to draw some boobs on the character. That's for the 8 o'clock club. There's another session within the Korp Academy, the secret part of the Korp Academy that nobody knows about. It's called the 8 o'clock club, and in there we draw all kinds of weird stuff. So yeah, 8 o'clock club on the Korp Academy. You'll have to probably message me if you want to get access to that. There's an Instagram for it. Search on Instagram for the 8 o'clock club, and you'll see what we draw. You'll love it. It's all bum tit willy kind of stuff. It's all horror, nudity, drugs, alcohol, all that kind of stuff. All this, none of this cute stuff that we're drawing today. Right, did we get this? We put the blood drips in. Let's put some smaller drips in. Let's just quickly finish off now, because I know everybody needs to get on with their day. So look, some smaller drips. I also like putting in some little flies. Let's put one on the tongue. Always put a fly in upside down as well. Makes it look a bit more realistic. Drips. Let's whack in some drips and we're finished. So here we go. Look, just big old drips coming off the bottom with those big fat black lines. Let me zoom out a little bit so you can see that fat drip down the bottom. Look, one big, one small. Small one's got an extra drip coming off there. Let's put another little tiny bit there. That's a dodgy drip. There we go. Little bit drip coming off the side, look, like that. Maybe a drip coming off the side there as well. How's it looking? Let's stick in some little hairs. Little spots in the character. I always like putting little spots around the eyes, just as little freckles, look. Last few seconds, just start having a little bit of fun with your character. and then we'll have a look, see if anybody's sharing their artwork. And there you go. I think that looks all right. That's not too bad for a quick half an hour doodle. Just looking in the Discord, so those plastic kites. Thank you, Plastikites, for the for tipping. Really appreciate that. Yeah, Joff, classic BTW. I should have probably called it BTW Club, because 8 o'clock Club does not travel around the globe, if you know what I mean. It's like for some of the people, for everyone in the UK, it is the 8 o'clock Club. For other people, it's like first thing in the morning, or last thing at night, or during the middle of the day. So yeah, a bit short-sighted of me to call it the 8 o'clock Club. Are we finished with this drawing? I think this drawing's finished. I kind of like how that's ended up. There it is. One little Hattie Stewart heart. You got a big old gap at the top there. Let's go and put a big old crown in. Sometimes, people ask me what filler to use. So like, we have that massive gap at the top. Go and put that crown in. What are we going to put down the bottom? Let's put a big old signature. DMK is my signature. Nice and big where everybody can see it. Throw your photos in the Discord if you're partaking. Anybody that's not on Discord and can't put their photos anywhere, then just stick them online somewhere. Tag me at corporate. Whether you're on Instagram, Facebook, X, you should be able to tag at corporate or Doodle with Corp, and find me that way. But yeah, tag me, because I always love seeing what people have drawn. But I don't think I've got Discord set up on the stream today, so I can't show you what people have been doing. I can talk to the people in Discord though, because they're doing an amazing job. Tracy, I'm loving the way the eyelashes just curl around the back of the head. Massive eyes, big old reflections. That character, when Puss in Boots is kind of looking with the big eyes, Tracy, that's what that character looks like in Discord. Nice work there, mate. Volts is, I love the fact that Volts is like in the abstract chat, but just throwing his artwork, throwing their artwork in the Discord, and that's looking really good as well. Love the shape of the tongue. Looks really skinny one side and fat the other side. Nice. Colleen, that's looking good. Colleen's gone in with like a jadey kind of green power line around their heart, and that looks amazing. And also looks like the way you've done the tongue's kind of flopping out forward and then curling back a bit. That's a tricky little thing to do. Nice work. And Colleen's also put like little, you see these little reflections? Colleen put little heart reflections in there. Way too cute. Cheers, Knox. Is this recorded? Yes, we are recording it. It will be made as a reel and a replay at some stage. We'll stick it on the YouTube for the replay though, okay, mate? And probably share it on X as well. But it'll be easier to find on the YouTube. Let's have a so. Well done, Colleen. That's looking good. Tracy, we've got Tracy's up again. Yeah, that's awesome. C-Stitch, while you're working, there's nothing I love more than a work doodle. It's the original kind of like getting paid to be an artist. A little sneaky work doodle is perfect. And that's looking really good. And is that digital as well? Awesome stuff. I hope it is digital. It looks like you're on a tablet. Nice. Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's awesome. And we will do some digital drawing lessons as well at some stage. Nice one. Right. I think we're going to wrap up. Joff, anything else you want to mention about what's happening in the next coming weeks with Doodle on Discord?
Yeah, well, we've got a few guest drawing sessions. So we've got one. Is it Monday, the first one?
Is it?
I think so. I think
Excellent.
So.
Awesome. Yeah. So yeah, guess
it might be Monday anyway.
Is this the Ira?
Yeah.
One. Yeah. I weren't sure whether you wanted me to say Ira or not. Yeah, it was meant to be tomorrow, but
too late.
Stuff is it's out of the bag now. But yeah, we're going to have guest drawing sessions. The plan is just if anybody else out there is an artist that wants to get involved and maybe do a dual broadcast with us and be invited in the same way as Joff is down here as a dog, we can actually bring that in as a feed as well. So if anybody else is interested in joining us for some drawing lessons, then just message me or message Joff. Joff's like the tech guy. He does all the organisation. I'm just the drawing. I just do the colouring in, and that's it. But yeah, we have got all of that coming up. Mika, I will make it available. I've got a big long list of streams that I've done that I'll make available in the community as well. Anybody that wants to learn to draw a little bit more, go to korpacademy.com. That's Korp with a K, as it says up there. Korpacademy.com, and you can find out how to join my community there and get loads and loads of drawing tutorials. Cheers, Adrian. Thank you very much. Yeah, it was always meant to be a quick lesson. We have kind of dragged it out a little bit longer than usual. We're just getting back into the groove of things. But yeah, thank you very much for everybody that's joined. Thank you for everybody that's shared. Thank you especially to everybody on Abstract who's donated as well. Really appreciate your support from that angle. Nice work, everybody. Back again next week. Same time next week, yeah? Sharpie, fine liner, pencil, and wallet. And that's not so we can take your money, so we can give you stuff, yeah? So, Boobs, yeah, I'll if I can throw reruns on Abstract, I'll do that as well. I just need to figure stuff out, yeah? Thanks for joining in, everybody. From Joff and I, we're off and we'll see you all next week. Take care.
Yeah, take care. Bye-bye.
Cheers, guys. Bye-bye.